Let's start with our first news. Justin Gaethje is already preparing for one of the most unusual challenges ahead of the UFC's upcoming White House event: bugs. Ever since Dana White revealed that insects could become a serious factor during the outdoor card, fighters and coaches have started adjusting their preparations to deal with the unpredictable conditions. Dana recently attended a dinner at the Rose Garden and immediately noticed the problem. He said the number of gnats flying around was unbelievable. As soon as he got on his plane, he contacted his production team and warned them about the situation. One possible solution being discussed is using large fans around the venue, since gnats struggle to fly in strong wind. Dana admitted that these are the small details that organizers must think about when hosting fights outdoors, which is one reason he has never been a fan of outdoor events. Michael Chandler, who is scheduled to face Mauricio Huffy at the White House card, appeared completely unfazed by the issue. He even shared footage of himself training outside while surrounded by bugs. At one point, a bug landed on his face, and Chandler casually ate it, showing no concern whatsoever. Meanwhile, Trevor Whitman has been taking a much more scientific approach with Justin Gaethje's preparation. According to Whitman, the team has incorporated sauna sessions before and between workouts to help Justin adapt to the expected heat and humidity in Washington, D.C. The goal is to simulate the extreme conditions he could face on fight night. The training has become increasingly intense. Justin now raises his heart rate before entering the sauna, then exits and immediately performs demanding workout stations while dealing with overwhelming heat. The sessions focus on pushing, pulling, endurance, explosiveness, fast twitch movements, and active recovery, all with virtually no breaks. Whitman says the purpose is to prepare for the unexpected, including the heat, humidity, and even the bugs. The good news for Justin's fans is that, according to his coach, he is looking incredibly sharp and is already in elite shape. Move on to another news. Ilia has officially fired back at the recent comments coming from Justin Gaethje's side, and he did not hold back. After hearing the growing confidence surrounding Justin ahead of their highly anticipated showdown, Ilia took to social media to deliver a powerful response and send a clear warning about what awaits his opponent. In his message, Ilia addressed the narrative that has followed him throughout his entire career. According to him, this is not the first time people have doubted his abilities or claimed that a bigger, stronger, and more experienced fighter would finally expose him. He pointed out that he has heard the exact same story over and over again from previous opponents and their supporters. Ilia wrote that champions understand something different. While others continue to place their hopes on physical advantages and predictions, true champions trust what they know from experience. He explained that many fighters before Justin were described as bigger men, stronger men, and better men. They all believed they were about to teach him a lesson and humble him inside the cage. However, according to Ilia, every one of those opponents eventually discovered the same truth. No matter how much confidence they carried into the fight, the result remained unchanged. He believes the reality of facing him is very different from simply talking about it beforehand. The most direct part of his statement came when he addressed Justin's father personally. Ilia suggested that Justin already understands exactly who he is and what he brings to the cage. He then delivered a chilling message saying that on June 14th, Justin's father would learn the same lesson for himself. To reinforce his confidence even further, Ilia proudly reminded everyone of his undefeated professional record. Standing at 18-0, he made it clear that he sees himself as a proven champion rather than an untested challenger. His message was designed to show complete belief in his skills and absolute confidence in the outcome of the fight. The exchange has only added more fuel to an already massive matchup. With both sides showing tremendous confidence and refusing to back down, the tension continues to rise. As fight night approaches, the anticipation surrounding this clash keeps growing, and both men appear fully convinced that they will leave the cage with their hand raised in victory. Move on to another news. Arman has once again clarified his role for the upcoming blockbuster showdown between Justin Gaethje and Ilia. During a recent appearance on the Ariel Helwani show, Arman was asked to explain exactly where he stands regarding the event, and his answer was very straightforward. According to Arman, he remains the official backup fighter for the highly anticipated matchup. He explained that the situation has not changed, and that he is prepared to step in if anything unexpected happens before fight night. If either fighter is unable to compete, Arman says he will immediately travel to the event, make weight, and be ready to fight. His comments reinforce the fact that he is staying prepared at all times, even while focusing on other commitments. Being a backup fighter is not an easy role because it requires maintaining peak condition without any guarantee of actually competing. Nevertheless, Arman appears fully committed to the responsibility and ready to seize the opportunity if it presents itself. An interesting detail from the interview was Arman's explanation regarding his commitments with RAF. He revealed that the promotion would have no issue if he needed to withdraw from a scheduled match in order to fly to Washington, D.C. and compete at the UFC event. That flexibility could prove important if a late replacement is suddenly needed. Still, many fans are hoping that scenario never becomes necessary. While Arman is more than capable of stepping into a massive fight on short notice, there is a strong belief that the main event should proceed as planned. If Arman were forced to replace someone at the last minute and ended up losing, critics would almost certainly point to the lack of a full training camp as an excuse. That is why many observers want to see both Justin and Ilia arrive at fight night healthy, fully prepared, and ready to compete after complete training camps. A matchup of that magnitude deserves to happen under the best possible circumstances, with no questions or asterisks attached to the outcome. For now, Arman remains on standby, watching the situation closely while continuing his own preparation. He understands that his phone could ring at any moment, and if it does, he intends to be ready. As the event draws closer, the pressure continues to build. While fans focus on the showdown between Justin and Ilia, Arman remains the insurance policy waiting in the shadows, prepared for any last-minute twist that could completely change the landscape of the card. Move on to another news. The war of words between Justin Gaethje and Ilia continues to intensify as the highly anticipated White House card gets closer. With fight night rapidly approaching, emotions are running high, and neither side appears interested in staying quiet. Over the past few weeks, Ilia has been extremely active on social media, posting messages, images, and statements aimed directly at Justin. Among the posts that gained attention were images and comments that appeared to reference Justin's downfall, while also continuing to promote Ilia's image as an unstoppable force. His confidence has been impossible to ignore, and many fans have noticed that he often carries himself with the belief that nobody in the division can stop him. However, Justin clearly isn't impressed by any of it. During a recent interview, Justin responded to Ilia's online behavior and delivered some of his strongest comments yet. Rather than focusing solely on the fighting aspect, Justin took aim at Ilia's personality and the way he presents himself publicly. According to Justin, Ilia's entire image revolves around self-promotion. He argued that Ilia constantly refers to himself as royalty, speaks as if he is above everyone else, and carries himself with what Justin views as a god complex. Justin suggested that the non-stop self-praise would be difficult for anyone to tolerate for an extended period of time. He went on to say that he couldn't imagine sitting in a room with Ilia for even 30 minutes and listening to him talk about himself. Justin's frustration became even more obvious when he joked that he understood why Ilia's former wife left him, adding that there was no chance he could personally deal with someone acting like a god all day long. The comments immediately generated attention throughout the MMA community. Some fans agreed with Justin's criticism, pointing to Ilia's constant confidence and aggressive social media presence. Others defended Ilia, arguing that his attitude is justified because of what he has accomplished inside the cage. After all, Ilia remains undefeated and has continued to dominate elite competition. His confidence may seem extreme to some people, but supporters believe it comes from years of proving doubters wrong. Every time critics predict his downfall, he finds another way to win. That is exactly why this matchup has become one of the most anticipated fights on the calendar. Justin is convinced that Ilia's image is built on hype, while Ilia believes he is destined to continue his reign. With tensions reaching another level, the countdown to fight night is becoming even more intense. Move on to another news. Dana White didn't hold back as he went off on Islam Makhachev for leaking information about the potential Michael Morales fight plans. For weeks, the MMA world had been buzzing with speculation over who would be Islam's next welterweight title challenger, with discussions centered around the rising contender Michael Morales and the veteran Kamaru Usman. The uncertainty kept the division active, but everything shifted when Islam confirmed in a Russian interview that the UFC had officially offered him Michael Morales for a January bout. That revelation quickly sparked backlash from Dana White, who was clearly not happy with the news being made public. Dana has always been outspoken about fighters revealing internal discussions before the UFC makes official announcements. He believes it disrupts the promotion's ability to control news and build anticipation. During a recent Instagram live session, Dana expressed his frustration without directly confirming or denying the fight offer. He made it clear that he is annoyed with fighters speaking too freely about negotiations and matchups. According to Dana, too many athletes act like they are in the know and cannot keep things private. Dana said, "I don't really give a anymore. Listen, there are no big secrets out there. People can't keep their mouths shut for whatever reason. They want to act like they're in the know, so here we are. These guys just can't keep their mouths shut." His comments reflect ongoing tension between fighters and the promotion when it comes to announcing fights. While fans enjoy early leaks and speculation, Dana believes it undermines the UFC's control over storytelling and official reveals. Despite the controversy, speculation continues about Islam's next move in the welterweight division, with fans debating whether Michael Morales is ready for a title shot or if another challenger like Kamaru Usman should be next. The debate inside the division continues to grow as fans and analysts weigh up both options for Islam's first defense at welterweight. Some believe Michael Morales represents the new generation of contenders with dangerous striking and momentum behind him, while others argue that Kamaru Usman's experience and championship pedigree make him the more logical and tested option for a high-level title fight. As anticipation builds, the UFC now faces increasing pressure to officially announce the next chapter in the welterweight division, while Dana continues to push for strict control over fight announcements, period. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev has reportedly been at the center of new discussions after accidentally leaking details about his next potential fight during a recent long interview. In the conversation, he covered multiple topics, ranging from future opponents to rivalries inside the division, and even addressed ongoing tensions with Ilia. One of the biggest revelations came when Islam confirmed that the UFC had offered him a fight against Michael Morales for January. However, he made it clear that he turned the offer down due to timing issues. According to Islam, he had just completed a 3-month training camp and would not have enough time to recover and immediately begin another full preparation. Because of this, he informed the UFC that he would only be ready to return after Ramadan, likely around April, May, or June. Islam explained that the January date simply did not work for his schedule, emphasizing that jumping straight back into camp would not be ideal for his preparation or performance. Despite declining the fight, he acknowledged that Michael Morales is a strong opponent, highlighting his undefeated record and current momentum. He also pointed out that other contenders, such as Ian Gary and others, have already suffered recent losses, making Morales one of the more active and informed challengers available. At the same time, Islam shared his thoughts on the division and potential matchups. He admitted that Kamaru Usman represents one of the most uncomfortable stylistic challenges for him, suggesting that Usman's experience and skill set would make that fight particularly difficult. He also commented on Shavkat, stating that he is open to the matchup if the UFC decides to book it, but questioned whether a fighter who has been inactive for over a year should immediately receive a title opportunity without earning another win first. Beyond division talk, Islam also addressed growing tension with Ilia. He stated that he has noticed increasing hostility from Ilia recently and admitted that he does not fully understand the reason behind it. Islam insisted that no one from his team has spoken disrespectfully about Ilia. He also referenced a past incident involving Ilia and Tagir, claiming Ilia acted aggressively during a situation where Tagir was cutting weight and severely drained at 135 pounds. Islam further questioned claims about Ilia's grappling ability, suggesting that he has seen situations where Ilia struggled on the ground and spent extended periods on his back during training exchanges or rounds. Despite the tension, Islam made it clear that he is open to addressing the situation directly. He stated that when they eventually meet, he intends to have a conversation and understand Ilia's perspective, asking him directly what his problem is and what he actually wants from the situation. Move on to another news. Arman has revealed a shocking private conversation with Khamzat, adding another layer to the ongoing discussion around his brutal weight cuts. According to Arman, Khamzat himself admitted in a conversation that he would lose the Strickland fight if he somehow managed to make weight. The situation has gained even more attention after new claims surfaced about just how severe his condition was during that training camp. TJ Dillashaw also shared details from a separate conversation with Sam Kvita, describing Khamzat vomiting green bile and being extremely close to collapse. It has been suggested that things went wrong near the end of camp, with poor management of his weight cut and him trusting the wrong people. Reports indicate he was consuming only a fraction of the water he was supposed to, which made the process even more dangerous and extreme. His known medical background, including having only half of his thyroid, has only added further concern about how dangerous the cut truly was. Fans are now debating what all of this means in hindsight and whether it changes the way the fight should be viewed. If Khamzat was truly that compromised, it raises questions about how the matchup would have looked at full strength. Some believe it explains the outcome of the fight, while others argue it does not change anything, pointing out that Strickland also had issues leading into the bout. In the end, the discussion continues to grow, with different perspectives on whether extreme weight cutting played a decisive role or not. Adding to the controversy, analysts continue breaking down earlier interviews and training footage, trying to understand how extreme the situation became overall. Islam Makhachev just revealed he was considering situation before next fight offer, fueling debate about preparation and timing overall.